Hello everyone and welcome to the most awaited video for all those students who are appearing their CA inter examination in the month of Jan 25 month. So yes, in this video I'm going to discuss about how to prepare for in that 1.5 days which is going to be there for your audit examination. So basically we're going to talk about 1.5 days strategy. So yeah, as you guys know, audit pure theory, 11 chapters are there. Am I right? 11 chapters. So we have to strategize ourselves for the first half day, then the next full day, and the last half day. So basically we have got half, then one full day, and then again a half day. And you guys would be knowing we have got 11 chapters. Am I right? 6, 10, 11. If I tell you, always I used to tell in the class, chapter 5 and 9, too much of mugging, but I don't suggest you to do too much of mugging because it is impossible to remember everything and win the examination. So better always for this chapter 5 and 9. Apart from few topics, I tell you to do rest everything as RMN, which is read and move on. Okay. So we'll make sure that we'll try to cover good amount of topics so that quantity wise we must be ready, and also quality is required. In audit exam, both quantity and quality is required. You cannot just go chalo I'll do some 4-5 chapters which are of good weightage covering for 50-60 marks. Nahi, possible nahi hai. If you go with just a weightage of 50-60 marks, it is not possible that you will get the entire 50. Impossible. Take it up. So both quantity is required and quality is required. So we'll make sure we will cover at least those chapters which covers good amount of weightage from exam point of view, and also make sure we अच्छा खासा time लेंगे, we'll take good amount of time revise them. Being very honest, in 1.5 days it is impossible to do pakka reading of entire 11 chapters. Like you invest good amount of time, like chapter 1 where you put 2-3 hours, not possible. You must be ready with all the understanding part of the syllabus, and yes, at least 2 revisions are required before you write this examination, because exam if you start writing on your own words, they don't give marks. You are supposed to write which is there in the book. Thoda little if you write it on own, still bearable, but too much of own, ICR will not give marks. Even if the understanding part, the crux of your writing is still right, still they will not give marks because you have written in on own words. So we'll make it something like this, which is easy. On the first half day, you'll come home, you take rest, whatever it is. I'm not going to give you any timings for it. I'm just going to give you the order in which you have to do it. So immediately after you come home, you do your dinner, etc., take some rest. You can start around from 7:30. Then take as much as time you want to give, breakup of those chapters. But whatever time limit, the chapters if I give in a particular day, that you have to do it in that particular day. Okay. So we'll start with chapter 1, chapter 11. And if possible, do chapter 2 also. This is for the first day. Chapter 111 to compulsorily you have to do it on the first half day. Okay. Order should be the same. First chapter 1, then chapter 11. Because if you see 200, 220, 210, SQC 1 and 220, all these are important. Okay. Then if you have got time, do chapter 2. Depends on how speed you are going. Chapter 2 be possible, do it that day. Then next day, if chapter 2 is not done, start with chapter 2. Chapter 2 pehle kar dena. Then jump on to all those big chapters which are like essays, standards on auditing. I would suggest after second chapter, go with chapter number 4. Chapter number 4 has 8 essays. How many essays? 8 essays. See, again, I used to tell in the class that essay 520 is one of the essay, which is easy to understand, but too much of mugging. The entire essay, which is of some 12-14 pages, entirely has to be mugged. And the words and the sentences which are used by ICA in the book, it is little difficult. So if possible, please mug essay 520 also. If you find that time nahi hai, it is a little difficult to mug essay 520, it is okay if you don't read it. But rest all the other 7 essays, 500, 501, 505, 510, all those essays have to be done. Okay? Then after chapter 4, jump onto some easy one, because you would have put too much of hard work in chapter 4. Jump onto chapter 6. Very small essay. Every attempt they ask some 4-5 marks. In September 24, they asked 11 marks from chapter 2. 11 marks. Okay? So yeah, chapter 4 ho gaya, then you do chapter 6. Immediately after chapter 6, jump onto chapter 7. Chapter 7 again has 6 essays. 560, 570, 580, 260, 265 and 450. I would suggest kuch bhi skip mat karo. 560, 570, 580 are actually easy standards on auditing. It is too much of practicality. So तुम लोग वो कर देना. पहले 560, 570, 580. After doing 560, 570, 580, jump on to 450. 450 कर देना. फिर 260 and 265. 260, 260 and 450 all are like 2-3 pages or max 4 pages के essays. Don't take enough time. Don't invest enough time in remembering those essays. Do it quickly, like 45 minutes each max. Max बोल रहा हूँ. After 4, 6, 7, now comes the most important. 8. audit report. Multiple essays are there, 700, 701, 705, 706, 710, this 299, 600 using the work of another auditor. Yes, all those essays are there. Please try to cover as much as of essays. I mean, I would suggest you to do all the essays. You won't skip any of the essays. Taken. Then, along with those essays, there is something called as Caro in your chapter. Hamisha, every attempt, one question from Caro, one question definite, one question definitely from Caro. So please make sure that you never skip Caro. Please, Caro is jujube, ekdam easy. Taken up easy scoring hai. So don't skip Caro at all. After chapter 8, you're supposed to do chapter 10, which is audit of banks. Again, I put in the class also. It is, I guess, from page number 1, that is 10.1 to it goes to 10.42, I guess. I don't remember the exact number. I always put in the class. Start from 10.21 first. 10.21 se do 10.42 first, then jump on to 10.1 to 10.21. I told you why also. Because 10.21 say the major crux starts about banks. Advances se start with that. Okay. So do 10.21 to 10.42 first, then you jump on to 10.1 to 10.21. Chances are very high that they ask questions from here because 10.1 to 10.21 there are hardly like 3 questions or like 4 questions which can be asked in the examination. Right? All the cases are like just read and move on. Nothing is there. Like MCQ wise they पूछ लेंगे. But 10.1 to 10.42, yes, definitely पहले यही करना है. After that, you jump on to 10.1 and 10.2. After 10, definitely you have to jump on to chapter 3. I know chapter 3 is very dry. Everybody faces too many difficulties in remembering chapter 3. Take it. So again, I say it's unpredictable. There are many topics. I tell you chapter 3, it starts with audit risk. Then it goes to materiality, which is essay 320. Take it. Then it goes to internal control. Internal control में काफी कुछ है. There are too many things on internal control: definition, advantages, disadvantages, that means limitations, then components of internal control. September 24 question paper, if you see, components of internal control were tested. 2 components: monitoring and control activities. Taken. So those 2 were tested. Then we have got about IFCs, internal financial controls. Taken. If you open up May 24 paper and September 24 paper, both the attempts they asked questions on IFCs. So I feel personally कि 2 attempt में पूछ लिया तो JAN ने chances are very less on IFCs. It's a, I guess, 2 pages concept on IFCs. Then again it comes automated controls. ठीक है. Every attempt 4 mark का आता है, 1 question automated controls, 4 mark question. Then last में ऐसे 330. ठीक है ना. I always suggest now again. See, ICI is unpredictable. We cannot tell कि यार इसमें से पूछ लेगा, इसमें से पूछ लेगा, इसमें से they will not ask. It is not like that. So I always suggest कि materiality ऐसे 320 तो करना ही है. Do it. For JAN attempt I would suggest internal controls में do everything. Do everything apart from components of internal control. Don't do components of internal control. This is okay. Do the definition of internal control. Then benefits of understanding, benefits of evaluating, methods of evaluating, that is checklist, narrative record, etc., limitations of internal controls. All those topics which are easy to understand and easy to mark. Don't do components of internal control. Those 5 components are control environment, entities, risk assessment process, and information system. Those 5 components, you don't touch it. It is okay. It is okay. RTP mein, if you see control environment of your JAN'25 RTP, they have asked the question on control environment. So if you want not to take a risk, you do control environment as a component from components of internal control. Rest all of the components, if you want, leave it. Do RMN, do read and move on, don't mug it, save your time. Take care. So do materiality, do internal controls ka everything, do audit risk. ये 3 topic कर लो. Do these 3 topics. If you have got time on that day, take care. That day, so do automated controls. Do automated controls, it's okay. IFC RMN करके छोड़ दो because last 2 attempts they are asking. Take care. Do automated controls again. I told you automated controls. There is 1 question, 4 marks का. Easy to mug. ठीक है ना. Understanding is a little difficult because it is all about computers and all. ठीक है ना. So try to mug it if it is possible. If not, छोड़ दो. 4 mark नहीं चाहिए अपन को. ठीक है ना. Essay 330 very simple, nothing complicated. Hardly to 4-5 pages. It is of 4-5 pages. If you are able to do it well and good, अगर नहीं हो रहा है, it is okay. Leave it. ठीक है ना. So this is your second day का पूरा analysis. You have to do 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 3. Try to stick with this particular order. Then I guess you are remaining with only chapter 5 and 9. Am I right? Chapter 5 and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. Chapter 5 and 9. Start with chapter 9. Do cooperative society. Do cooperative society first. Do cooperative society. Rest everything. Everything you do RMN. Read and move on. No need to mug each and every type of entity. It is impossible that you will remember those points in the examination. Take a look. Try to have some imaginative skills. कि चलो LLP का देख रहा हो तो if you are doing audit of LLP तो LLP के agreement में what points should be that partners capital contribution, PSR, the duration of that LLP. Few points you'll have to keep in mind. Take a look. That is what I'm telling you. Don't skip it. Read it. Just give a glance. Take a look. Just give a glance because you won't have time to read and mug each and every entity from chapter 9. Same applies to chapter 5 also. But yeah, 9 में cooperative societies you have to do, irrespective of anything. जो मैंने mark करवाया था class में, whatever is mug, RMN, MCQ, case-based question, everything has to be done. Then chapter 5 में, see, being very honest, hell lot of data. Too much of data is there in chapter 5. I would suggest RMN. Pura chapter you do read and move on. It is impossible that you will remember each of those procedures which are given in the book. So instead of wasting time, I know the weightage of chapter 5 is good enough. 14 marks आ जाओ, 10 to 14 marks minimum लेके चलो, ठीक है ना? Minimum 10 to 14 marks come from chapter 5. But see, wasting too much of time in chapter 5 is not, advisable. So yeah, 9 में cooperative society 5 see no, every term में a question comes, one question comes, 4 marks, 2 marks, whatever it is, one question definitely comes in MCQ or in descriptive part. So cooperative society तो यार it is scoring, you will have to do it. Then chapter 5, then one more thing, if chapter 3 was not, you were not able to do it in this particular second day, you can bring it on to the third day. It is okay. It is okay if chapter 3 ka pura was not, entire was not covered, you bring it on to the last day and do it on the last day. But please try to stick with this order only. Start with chapter 1, then 11, then 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 3, 9 and 5. This should be your strategy for your last day, half day, one day, half day. I'm very sorry, my handwriting is very bad. Take a look for this particular note. And yeah, all the very best. And yeah, one more thing. Don't worry ki, you'll have to refer some question bank. Last 1.5 days made, there is no time to refer question bank. Your job is to have a glance. Try to remember all those things which are there in the module. Take an I have made you mark separate questions, and those who are using some other book also, it is not a problem. Make sure that you refer and you complete good amount of questions. If I tell you chapter 5, 9 and 3, I have kept it like halka fulka. That partially if you do it is okay, but rest of the chapter, make sure that you don't skip anything. Because at least that much of quantity has to be done. Only then we will get that satisfaction कि चलो यार 100 mark का paper, if it is 100 mark paper, at least I will guess 50 or 60. ठीक है ना? I am not forcing you, but I am not a person who does QET लाना है, examination लाना है. Try just to clear your paper. ठीक है ना? Try to clear your paper. That's it. You will get that feeling कि यार after you get your results, if you see that successful, खत्म. ठीक है ना? You will be like your rank नहीं आया, it is okay, no? ठीक है ना? 50 रैंक्स आते हैं जिनको आगे, well and good. You must be like कि तुम्हारा दिल बढ़ा के तुमने किसी और को रैंक दे दिया. You have given the rank to somebody else. So just have one motive simple. कुछ भी हो जाए, whatever it is, you have to clear the CA inter syllabus, everything, all the papers. So yeah, if any doubts, you can directly contact me. Regarding this strategy. And those who are referring module, I'm very happy. And it is best always to refer module. No need to jump onto any question banks. RTPs, if you get time, if you have not solved RTP, so I have put another video on RTP also, like 25 minutes, quick analysis. I have not put a detailed analysis. Quick analysis of RTP. Please watch that video also. And apart from that, I think you guys will have any doubt about this. Please follow the strategy. And yeah, all the very best. Bye bye.